We kick off the WNIT with two of the best from their respected conferences. It's High Point out of the Big South and Ohio out of the Mid-American Conference. 27 wins for Ohio, 22 wins for High Point. We're going to have an offensive collision tonight. This is Ryan Boyd. My name's Jake Hromada. And offense. Both teams are on average over 70 points per game. That's going to be big tonight.
Yeah, almost $150 between the two. You should be seeing a lot of high-flying action, and these teams are both really good. They both belong in this game.
Let's take a look at the highest scorers for each team. High Point's Emma Bachrath. She's a Dayton, Ohio native. She'll have a lot of family in town tonight, but she can score the basketball.
Yeah, pretty cool to come north and see some of her family and friends. But look at those numbers. She's outstanding, scoring, rebounding, one of the top assist people on the team as well. And Coach Bob Bolden said in the pregame, we've seen her multiple times, and she gets better every single year. Now she's a senior leader for this club.
Well, another person who's getting better and better with each game, Cece Hooks for Ohio, the All-MAC first teamer. She's only a sophomore, too.
Yeah, she's phenomenal. She was the player of the year on the defensive side in the MAC, and she was on one of the all-tournament teams in the MAC tournament. She is explosive. If you let her out in the open court, she can make a lot of things happen. Ohio will lean on her tonight.
And Ryan, both teams have been to the WNIT before. You take a look here, WNIT history for both teams. Bobcats have been here twice, High Point 3 times. So neither team is in unfamiliar territory.
Yeah, they've been here and they've been here recently. These are two programs with a great deal of success in recent years, but they'd like to go deeper in the tournament. High Point looking for their first win. Ohio trying to string together a handful of wins, especially here on their home floor.
Well, we talked about it earlier. The Ohio Bobcats felt like they may have been snubbed from the NCAA tournament, and right there, that's your resume, Ryan Boyd, and it's a good one for a mid-major.
Yeah, you'll get me fired up talking about this. I'm an advocate for mid-major ball, and the simple fact of the matter is Ohio's resume is stacked up with anybody that was on the bubble, and it's disappointing not only for the Bobcats, but it's disappointing for mid-major college basketball, as there's a great finish inside by Deesh Beck. But everybody that plays in this type of a conference, especially one that had a year as good as the MAC, expects that they have a real opportunity to get into the big dance. And when Ohio was left out for a big-name school that had a lesser resume, it's really disappointing for these types of young women.
Nice finish down low by Shea Morgan, all-conference, or I should say Big South honorable mention. 14-9, High Point in control early. We're nearing 4 minutes left in the first quarter. Yeah, and that big school you're referring to, Tennessee.
And I understand, there's a lot of history there and a lot of fans and willingness to travel and all that. As there's a takeaway, another turnover for Ohio with the easy bucket on the other end. But at the end of the day, Jake, it shouldn't be about how much money you're going to bring or how many fans are going to bring. It should be the best 64 teams playing in the tournament. And unfortunately, Ohio's on the outside looking in. And again, it's not just about Ohio. This is a more long-term way of thinking for me. If High Point had the year Ohio had, I'd be saying the same thing. These mid-majors deserve the opportunity to play in that tournament when they have a year like Ohio did.
16-9, Ohio's largest deficit of 7. Cece Hooks throws up top to Dominic Dosick. Deesh Beck down the lane. Hooks thought about it. Extra pass to Johnson. Johnson is fouled. Shea Morgan in her way. That'll be Morgan's first.
Ohio got lucky there that the foul was called. There was some body contact, but Erica Johnson was one step away from being on that baseline and it being the 6th turnover for Ohio. Instead, they'll keep possession.
14 fouls on High Point. Next one, Ohio goes to the line. Erica Johnson, All-MAC Freshman of the Year, and also 6th Player of the Year. Passes to her senior teammate, Dominic Dosick. Johnson steps back for 3. Good! How about EJ early?
Yeah, you can't defend a whole lot better than that. Maybe get your arm up a little bit earlier, but that's just great offensive basketball, and Erica Johnson has shown it for the better half or better portion of this season. She is dangerous from the outside.
Bachrath, who's been quiet today, stationary, yet to dribble. 3:10 remaining in the first quarter. Gibson scores again off a teardrop shot. She leads High Point with 6, and the Panthers back up 6 on Ohio.
It's another player coming off the bench. Now, she did average more than 10 points a game this year, but High Point is primarily known for their starting 5, but a couple of players off the bench today that have done quite well.
Gabby Burris fouled on a reach-in. Skylar Curran, the freshman. 5 team fouls for High Point. It's also the first on the freshman. Take a look at this one.
Yeah, you see that right arm. You can't get that in the midsection of a player as they try to make their move to the bucket. So Burris was clearly fouled, and she'll shoot at the free throw line here.
Burris this season, 76% from the line. She connects on the first. Erica Johnson getting some pointers from her sixth year head coach Bob Bolden. Burris, the flick of the wrist. Cuts the lead to 4 for High Point. Panthers trying to get it in down low to Gibson, and Gibson couldn't corral the pass. Turnover for High Point. They have 3 now in the evening.
Yeah, combined 8 between the two sides, and we'll see if Ohio can get a little momentum back here. This has been kind of a quiet building here in the early going, at least from the folks wearing green and white. Probably a little surprised to see High Point come into this building and play as tough as they have defensively in particular early on.
We're seeing 2 teams that score the basketball, and on defense, about middle of the road in their conferences and scoring defense. Bobcats missed underneath there. Catch and shoot 3 from the corner. Off the heel. And there's Amani Burke on the rebound, who just subbed in for Deschbeck. Ohio down 4 points, 18-14 at home. Hooks races to the basket and scores.
And that's going to be a problem all night for High Point as, boy, they just push it the other way. That's a terrific finish.
Gibson again, 8 points for Bria Gibson.
So I'd say the problem for High Point is going to be trying to stop CeCe Hooks on the dribble drive, as she may try it again right here. But on the other end, Ohio's got to get back on defense faster.
Burris on a jump pass. Her pass got deflected out of bounds, and I believe Ohio will keep it. Yeah, 20-16, High Point back up 4. 1:48, stationary first quarter clock. Erica Johnson looking for someone in the white jersey. Gets it off the Hooks, top of the arc. Johnson's made 1 3-pointer already today. Dosick from deep, bullseye. Cats cut it to 1 in the first quarter.
So I said last time that Erica Johnson made a shot on a really well-defended play. That was not good defense, as Dom Dosick was wide open. She'll make, way more than she'll miss if she's that open. And here comes Ohio with 4 makes in their last 5 shots.
Dominique Dosick, 78 3-point makes this year. That's now 5th in a single season in Ohio women's basketball history. High Point trying to keep their lead, up 1 point. They once led by 7 early in this quarter. Ticker winding down. Dosick on the steal with a head of steam. Gives Ohio back the lead.
And all of a sudden that pendulum, as far as the turnovers is concerned, is swinging the other direction. 4 now for High Point, and Ohio's in front.
Dosick doesn't want her senior year to end as High Point throws it away. Back-to-back turnovers. Just about to say, Dominique Dosick at 15 points in the championship loss to Buffalo. 21-20.
A little bit of life in the building now too from the Ohio fans.
You're right, my friend. 45 seconds left, quarter 1. Bobcats with their 2nd lead today. CeCe Hooks on the handle. The shovel.
She's so tough to defend, and the thing I love about her is she can finish just as well with both hands. We saw her go right side a few plays ago. That time she goes left hand with the scoop. CeCe is such a tough player to play defense on for Ohio.
2-second differential between shot and game clock. High Point almost turned it over again. Cameron Brown to Backrath for a 3. Rattles in and out. Offensive board. And High Point within 1. That was Curran. And the Bobcats will let the first quarter clock wind down. 23-22. Boy, what a high-octane first quarter of offense as the Bobcats hanging on by a point at home in the first round of the WNIT. High Point right behind them. We got a game, folks.